Today we're driving a Volvo XC40 in 2023. It's a small luxury crossover from Volvo, the safest brand out there. I'm going to hell for this. I feel safer than a head button contest with Rocky Dennis. Let's go! Now this Volvo XC40, it's a very small, it's short, it's tall. It doesn't really compete against anything in the market. I think that if anything is close to it, it would probably be the Lexus NX. But nothing is really direct. Volvo, it's its own thing. Volvo is confident in being a Volvo, and that really is impressive in this day and age. Nothing drives like a Volvo. The styling, it looks, with the very short overhangs and how taut, and this thing with the 20-inch wheels, it looks very athletic. It looks like a hiking boot. It actually looks like a mouse. It very mouse-like. The rear haunches are like really big compared to the front. It does look like a mouse-like. And Volvos in general they're not flamboyant, they are modest. I guess that would make this vehicle a modest mouse. So how's the interior? The interior is really nice. It's befitting of the price range for this Volvo. The front seats are extremely comfortable. They're multi-adjustable. Even the lower thigh support is adjustable. You never see that. The seating position is very tall, and the doors are also like very square tall. The roof is tall, so it's tall. It's great for tall people like myself. The rear is actually really spacious inside, but those huge C-pillars are like cave-like back there, and also the doors are so narrow that your shoes are gonna be scuffing those doors every time you get in and out. So it's good enough, and the vehicle, and for styling's sake, it looks really cool. So I don't mind the decision they made with having those doors be narrow like that. And the trunk is, admittedly, it's very small, but I do like the detailing of it. I like how when you flip the back seats down, the handle to do it, and it's got like a little lock that sticks up, and the headrests move down. It's just really well thought out. It's the exterior styling really dictates the feeling inside, and not in a good way in certain ways. Like I said, the back seat, it's kind of like cave-like in there, but overall the windows, the sills are very high, so it doesn't have the best visibility out there. That being said, I think the vehicle looks so cool. It's not something you'd be thinking about. It's not something I would base my purchasing decision on. But I'm an architect, so I tend to notice these things. And apart from the lack of visibility, and the reason that it's so nice to be in here is just all the interior, overall, the quality of the switchgear, all the clicking noises that the vents make, and the buttons and everything is just so nice. This beechwood trim, I don't know if it's real or not, but I have a feeling it is real wood, because the texture is fantastic. It's just padded where it needs to be. In keeping with the modest mouse theme of this video, the door cards are mouse fur, which is very unusual use of material. It looks great. What can I tell you? This glass shifter, stupid as it may be, it looks cool. The screen, the digital gauges, the resolution is great. The doors, when you open and close them, it feels rock solid. It just feels like a solid vehicle. So about the drivetrain, it's not great. It's a small 4-cylinder with a turbo, and it's also got mild hybrid assist. It's smooth enough, but it doesn't sound good, and it's not as powerful as the numbers would lead you to believe. It does not feel athletic at all. It's got a turbo, and Volvo has a long history with turbos, and you would think that you would get that turbo excitement, but you don't. The mild hybrid takes care of all the turbo lag, so it feels like a naturally aspirated non-turbo engine. And is that a success? I don't think so. I think that's kind of crappy. Considering the price tag, I expected more. And the transmission, like the engine, it's a little bit disappointing. Yes, it's an automatic and it's smooth like it should be, but it you know, shifts kind of slowly. It doesn't have a sport function that will let you hold the revs higher. It doesn't have an easy way of shifting gears manually. Frankly, it doesn't want your opinion. The shifter's also a real disappointment. I mean, it looks so cool, this glass thing, but the function of it's idiotic. Like you pull it back and it goes drive, but it feels like 2D10s in order to get drive. But if you keep going, it'll go into manual mode. But if you keep going, then it goes back to drive. You have to continually be looking at what the hell's going on down there. Again, a disappointment. And I gotta say, the ride is impressive. The ride and handling balance is perfect. This is a very short and tall vehicle, and you would expect it to be, you know, tippy, but it sticks really well. It smothers bumps, but the ride is really nice, and the handling is amazing. It's a perfect suspension, and it's got 20-inch wheels, which lends to how agile it feels. But that would also cause impact harshness, and this thing has none of that. Impressive. And we already talked about the lackluster engine and the disappointing transmission and the stupid shifter. What about the steering? Well, the steering is not bad. It's properly weighed. I like the small steering wheel. It's not adding to the experience. It's not taking away from the experience. It just is. Now, the infotainment is overall, I think it's disappointing, even though it looks really cool. It has digital gauges, but they really lack adjustability, and there's not that much information to be had in there, which is a little disappointing, but it does look cool. You know, the stereo sounds great, but you can't adjust the fading and balance front to back and side to side. It's just an on-off for both, for the front or the back, and like, I've never seen that before. Does it really cost more money to put a fader that actually fades? Also, the infotainment lacks a source button. Doesn't have a clear home, so the user interface architecture is kind of obtuse. I just can't get used to it. But there are some good things. Bluetooth pair is really easy. It's got YouTube embedded. I've never seen another vehicle with YouTube embedded as an app, and that's really cool too. Volvo safety, that's what they're known for. And this one has all the latest safety, keeps you in the lanes, does a cross traffic alert, it has the emergency braking, it's got really everything you need. It's odd, it has the 360 camera. When you put it in reverse, it doesn't automatically go into the 360 camera. It just goes into the default rear camera. Why would you do that? If you already have the vehicles with the ability to do that, wouldn't you just, you know, make better use of it? All right, so things that I like about the Volvo, you know, it has to start with the interior ambience, the finishes inside. The inside, it's just a pleasure, and the seats are so comfortable, and the ingress and egress, so comfortable. It's got good features. Now, things that I don't like, well, frankly, I've already said it. The power, you know, if it's really got that much power, then it doesn't feel it. Transmission does not get with the program, but I don't think the transmission is to blame for the lack of power. I think it's just a lazy engine. Even with a mild hybrid, it seems to be lazy. The wireless charger, even without the cover, it doesn't seem to work that good. All the gauges and the infotainment, it just lacks adjustability. I have a hard time coming up with anything else I don't like, because I really do like the vehicle. It's a fun car to drive. So who's the Volvo XC40 for? You want to downsize? You want to downsize your footprint? You want to see people face to face in an office? That's so 2020. And you don't know what they got. And you don't know what their politics are. Why would you want to spend time with it? And with that, I want to thank you for joining us in the video. And I hate to be a broken record, but as usual, I'm going to ask you to subscribe and also comment on the videos. All that is really important for the growth of this channel. Thanks for watching.